Hello dear students, today we will start your chapter number 4 that is animal kingdom, right? Now animal kingdom के बेस पे अगर हम देखते हैं तो इसमें मेनली क्या क्या चीज़ें कंपलसरी होना चाहिए। तो सबसे पहले है अगर हम देखते हैं कि मिलियंस ऑफ स्पीशीज़ जो है वो यहाँ पर क्या है एनिमल्स की अवेलेबल है, ठीक है, जिनके वो क्लासीफाई करना बहुत ज़रूरी होता है। एनिमल जो है वो सेल के बेस पे, बॉडी सिमेट्री के बेस पे, नेचर ऑफ सिलोम के बेस पे, पैटर्न ऑफ डाइजेस्टिव सिस्टम, सर्कुलेटरी सिस्टम और रिप्रोडक्टिव सिस्टम के बेस पे क्या है डिवाइड किया जा रहा है, राइट। नाउ लेवल ऑफ ऑर्गेनाइजेशन की अगर हम बात करते हैं तो सबसे पहले हम देखते हैं कि ऑर्गेनिज्म विच आर मेड अप ऑफ ओनली सेल लेवल दैट इज़ कॉल्ड है सेलुलर लेवल। उसके अंदर हम स्पंजेस को क्लियर करेंगे। दूसरे होते हैं टिश्यू लेवल ऑर्गेनिज्म अंदर बॉडी विच आर मेड अप ऑफ टिश्यू लेवल, तो दैट इज़ कॉल्ड एज निड्रेंस जो होते हैं वो। उसके बाद में ऑर्गन लेवल पे भी हम थोड़ा सा डिस्कस कर लेंगे, दैट इज़ प्लेटीहेल्मिन्थस। और उसके बाद में ऑर्गन सिस्टम लेवल पे अगर हम डिस्कस करते हैं तो दैट इज़ कॉल्ड एज ऑर्थोपोडा, राइट। चल complete digestive system has one opening but complete digestive system has two opening and mouth और anus होता है। मतलब इनकम्प्लीट किसी में इनकम्प्लीट डाइजेस्टिव सिस्टम होता है, किसी में कंप्लीट होता है। ओपन सर्कुलेटरी सिस्टम में ब्लड जो है वो हार्ट के थ्रू पंप आउट होता है। सेल्स और टिश्यू डायरेक्टली क्या करते हैं उसमें डिप्ड रहते हैं। बट क्लोज सर्कुलेटरी सिस्टम की अगर हम बात करते हैं तो आर्टरीज है, वेन्स है, कैपिलरीज हैं, वो सारी क्या होती है सेपरेटेड होती है। सिमेट्री के बेस पे अगर हम देखते हैं तो ऑर्गेनिज्म जो होता है सिमेट्रिकल होते हैं और एसिमेट्रिकल भी हो सकते हैं, राइट। सिमेट्री जो होती है वो दो टाइप से हो सकती है। रेडियल सिमेट्री मतलब ऑर्गेनिज्म को किसी भी एंगल से आप दो इक्वली पार्ट में क्या कर सकते हो डिवाइड कर सकते हो, दैट इज कॉल्ड एज रेडियल। और बायलैटरल सिमेट्री जो होती है उसमें होता है कि ऑर्गेनिज्म को किसी एक प्लेन से आप क्या कर सकते हो दो इक्वली पार्ट में क्या कर सकते हो डिवाइड। एसिमेट्रिकल ऑर्गेनिज्म जो होता है वो किसी भी एंगल से दो इक्वल पार्ट में डिवाइड नहीं हो सकता है, दैट इज कॉल्ड एज एसिमेट्रिकल, राइट। तो ये जितनी भी चीज़ें हैं यहाँ पर अब हम यहाँ देख लेते हैं कि भाई मीजोडर्म है, एक्टोडर्म है, 3 लेयर्स प्रेजेंट होती है और सिलोम भी प्रेजेंट होती है। तो एक वीडियो के थ्रू मैं आप लोगों को बता देती हूँ जनरली कि सारे के सारे जितने भी लेवल होते हैं जिनमें हम ऑर्गेनिज्म को क्या कर सकते हैं क्लासीफाई कर सकते हैं।
Animal species on our Earth. It would be difficult to categorize them into different groups. However, with the help of basic fundamental features such as level of organization, symmetry, cell organization, nature of coelom, segmentation, and notochord, scientists have classified animals into various groups. Let's understand each of these basic fundamental features in detail. Level of organization is the first basic fundamental feature that deals with the pattern of cell organization in an animal. There are 4 patterns of cell organization: cellular, tissue, organ, and organ system. Sponges exhibit a cellular level of organization, where cells are loosely arranged. Tissue level of organization is more complex and is displayed in cellenterates. Here, the cells that perform the same function are arranged into tissues. Organ level of organization is exhibited in members of Platyhelminthes and other higher phyla. Here, the tissues are grouped to form organs, and each organ performs a particular function. The last cell pattern is the organ system level of organization. Here, the organs are associated with one another to form a functional system, where each system performs a specific physiological function. Animals like annelids, arthropods, mollusks, echinoderms, and chordates exhibit this level of organization. Organ Human systems can also differ in complexity in various animal groups. For example, platyhelminthes have an incomplete digestive system, where a single opening outside the body serves as both the mouth and the anus, whereas humans have a complete digestive system that has two openings, a mouth and an anus. You will also find two types of circulatory systems in animals, open and closed. Symmetry is another feature by which animals are classified. They can be asymmetrical, like sponges, or have radial symmetry, like coelenterates, ctenophores, and echinoderms. However, most animals like annelids and arthropods have bilateral symmetry. Cell organization is the next feature used for classification. There are two types of cell organization, diploblastic and triploblastic. Coelenterates have diploblastic organization, where the germinal layers of the cell consist of an external ectoderm and an internal endoderm. Members from phylum Platyhelminthes to chordates have triploblastic organization, where a third germinal layer, the mesoderm, is found between the ectoderm and the endoderm. Are classified is the nature of coelom. The coelom is the body cavity lined by mesoderm. The presence or absence of this cavity helps classify animals. There are three categories: coelomates, acoelomates, and pseudocoelomates. Coelomates are animals that possess a body cavity, such as annelids, mollusks, arthropods, echinoderms, hemichordates, and chordates. Acoelomates are animals in which the body cavity is absent, such as platyhelminthes. Pseudocoelomates are animals that possess a pseudocoelom, such as aschelminthes. A pseudocoelom is a body cavity in which the mesoderm is not lined, but rather scattered between the ectoderm and the endoderm. Some animals are also classified on the basis of segmentation. The body of some animals can be divided externally and internally into segments. Sometimes, the segments in animals have serial repetition of some organs, which is seen in earthworms. This phenomenon is known as metamerism. One of the most important features for animal classification is the presence or absence of a notochord. Some animals develop a rod-like structure on the dorsal side during embryonic development, which is known as the notochord. Animals with a notochord are called chordates, while animals without a notochord are called non-chordates. Members of phylum Porifera to echinoderms are non-chordates. We just studied how we can classify animals into different categories on the basis of some fundamental features. You have reached the end of this module on the basis of animal classification. In this module, you learned that animals are classified on the basic fundamental features such as level of organization, symmetry, cell organization, nature of coelom, segmentation, and notochord. Level of organization is the first basic fundamental feature by which animals are classified. There are four main types of cell patterns: cellular, tissue, organ, and organ system. Some animals are asymmetrical, some have radial symmetry, and many exhibit bilateral symmetry. In animals, there are two types of cell organizations: diploblastic and triploblastic. According to the nature of coelom, animals are classified as coelomates, acoelomates, and pseudocoelomates. Animals are also classified on the basis of segmentation. The most important feature for animal classification is the presence or absence of a notochord.
Hello dear students, in this video we will discuss about the Porifera phylum, and now we are starting with the help of videos how animals classify on the basis of their different characters, right? So first of all we will see
the last kingdom from the Whittaker's classification is the kingdom Animalia, which includes multicellular eukaryotic organisms. Most animals show a high level of tissue differentiation. Kingdom Animalia is divided into two phyla, Invertebrata and Vertebrata. Invertebrates are the animals without a backbone, and vertebrates are animals with backbones. Let's first take a look at Invertebrata, which is further classified into 8 phyla. Phylum Porifera, Phylum Coelenterata, Phylum Platyhelminthes, Phylum Nematoda, Phylum Annelida, Phylum Mollusca, Phylum Arthropoda, and Phylum Echinodermata. Phylum Porifera includes spore-bearing animals which are commonly called sponges. Although they are most common and diverse in the marine environment, around 150 species of sponges live in fresh water. Sponges have very simple structures and are either radially symmetrical or asymmetrical. Sponges are highly branched, cylindrical, and hollow. A cavity called spongocoel is enclosed by the body. Their body is supported by a skeleton made up of calcareous or siliceous spicules or spongin fibers. Sponges have a loose organization of cells which are specialized to perform different functions. The different cells found in sponges are pinacocytes, which form the protective layer of the body, choanocytes that maintain the water current inside the body, and amoebocytes which store reserved food. Sponges exhibit holozoic mode of nutrition. They capture food brought close by water currents which are created by choanocytes. The food material is then digested by the process of intracellular digestion, and the remaining water is thrown out of the body through the osculum. In sponges, the processes such as respiration and excretion take place by means of simple diffusion. Sponges have a system of canals. Choanocytes line the inner surface of these canals. Through ostia, the water enters the spongocoel and leaves through a single large osculum. Sponges reproduce asexually by budding, fragmentation, and even by regeneration, where fragments or a part of the body or even isolated cells of a sponge can regenerate or reorganize into a complete sponge. Sponges can also reproduce sexually. The male gametes are released into the water by a sponge. Fertilization between these male gametes and an egg cell then takes place in the body of a neighbor sponge, resulting into the formation of a new individual. Some important examples of sponges are Leucosolinea, Cycin or Scypha, Euplactella, commonly known as Venus flower basket, and Euspongia, commonly known as the bath sponge. Based on certain similarities such as intracellular digestion and the resemblance of amphiblastula larva to a flagellated protozoan, it is said that sponges may have evolved from colonial flagellated protozoans.
In next video, we will discuss about the Coelenterata, Platyhelminthes, Aschelhelminthes, Annelida, Arthropoda and mollusca also. Till then students, bye bye.